Dai ragazzi, noi ci crediamo. Dai ragazzi, noi ci crediamo.
Un bacino?
Cosa fai lì? Cosa fai lì? Arrosto.
Facciamo finta che passo a Baltimora. Allora, io mi metto tutto bianco. Mettiti tutto scuro. Ale, 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 ale. Dai ragazzi, diamo la svolta alla stagione.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
And he will have a Ravens first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson.
Flush to his right. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to bring big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll try and start this drive in the air, escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
26, Mike. 26, Mike. Touchdown, defense.
That's taken in by Callaway. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard.
Ma come, solo 1 yard?
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
26, Mike. 26, Mike.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought
Ma sì, a me.
And Charles, look at the big fella. What a run that
it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling.
Vabbè, io...
So here's the now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Ma perché? Sempre che poi devono andare in cacciare le partite.
Losing streak. They've got the open week though coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Go, go, go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Keep it up, guys.
Now Chubb running right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I have to admit I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
A run for Nick Chubb. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Mike 6. Mike 6. Let's go, D.
They'll run with Chubb. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Play action fake. They'll look to throw. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Ravens 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Play action. Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. Slings it to Anders, and it's complete to Tyler.
Ma pensati.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Ma pensati.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. It's a first down and more for Dobbins. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right,
Incredibile.
the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you could hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Here's Dobbins.
Ho capito, ma se ce l'avete trambatelo.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Touchdown!
Ma come...
Mark Andrews.
Ma metti quella formazione lì.
And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Ma guarda te.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
26, Mike. 26, Mike. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here.
Ma non è possibile, ma ogni cosa. Ma dai, ma così come fai a giocare? E vabbè.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Boh,
The Browns drive about to get started.
tanto lui può vedere quello che io ho chiamato, perché
The turnover differential.
cioè, può vedere le call che ho fatto praticamente.
And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Hey, let's get this. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Hey.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Deshaun Elliott up to make the play defensively.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Back to throw. In trouble here.
Mamma mia, ragazzi.
Goes back at the 8-yard line.
Cioè, se mi può vedere, tanto se mi può vedere che cosa ho già intenzione di fare, è inutile che gioco, tanto so già che cosa faccio.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
3 down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end.
The crazy sequence here, a huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 59 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Ma se c'ho la spy, cosa serve la spy, dico io?
6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. Jackson now. Open man is Duvernay. And brought down.
Ma certo. Ma certo.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. An option handoff here to Dobbins. Oh, good hurdle. And he's got room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football at the back?
Ma cosa? Ma come?
For the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Tucker with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught by Callaway. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Back to throw now on first down.
Vabbè, ho capito, ma... Vabbè.
42.
Come fa a non essere una flag questa?
It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This one complete to Scott Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
26, Mike. 26, Mike. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
They'll look to throw here. Finding Miller once more, complete.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Justin Madubuike
Able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he is
Vabbè,
met in
non ho
his
parole.
line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss
E io
but
così,
that's not what they needed. Now they're
se lui vede cosa faccio,
I see a shake of the
non
head
so
as he
veramente
gets up,
cosa
and you've got
fare.
to imagine he's thinking,
Sono proprio in
guys,
difficoltà.
you gotta help
No.
me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
No, perché non l'hai tenuta?
Couldn't connect. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
Tucker's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
Poteva calciare anche da 50 yard.
It's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
Browns drive about to get started. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride in the offense this go around. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Complete to Bryant. Not much there, only a yard.
Allora, già lì.
Window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
26, Mike. 26, Mike. 3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Drop deep, drop deep. 26, Mike. 26.
They'll set up a throw. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he drops
Ma come?
And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Going up top for Miller. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Back to throw again. Oh, had his hands on it.
Ma ce l'hai avuto in mano per 10 minuti.
This game's been going.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
We got 4. We got 4.
They'll look to throw again. It's caught by Bryant. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That's incomplete. There is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns able to get this one back to within at least some measure of respectability. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. Steps away. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Come on. Come on, D.
Back to throw. Campbell. Swings this out for Hunt. Just a gain of a couple there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the
E sotto pressione pure il QB2 ce l'ha buono.
You can get out to your running back and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
Possibile.
Lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So the big play
Impossibile.
changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Watch the twist. 36.
Looking to throw. Campbell. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. Bang, 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 bang. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll get to him.
Oh, gli do run middle, pure neanche con run middle va bene.
Run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now a handoff for Dobbins.
Oh, vabbè.
It's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 83 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Finish it up! Hatchet. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, let's get it.
A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second and 3. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Miller.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's able to find Miller. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
A give. This is Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now back to throw. Completion left side to Miller. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
First down and goal to go.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Mike 6. Watch the curl. Hey, check Mike. Mike 6. Check.
Back to throw here. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes... And oh, it's blocked!
Ma dovete morire, neanche i field goal sapete fare.
Guarda,
It will go as a 19-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Retina, puoi andare a vedere dalla mattina. Retina.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away.
Le schifette.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Slam, slam, slam. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check, 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 check.
Off the play fake. Campbell. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And a first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Vai, vai.
Raven football here as we welcome
Sì, sì, hai voglia.
And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And they take a knee. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. 2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now?
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike. Check back, check back.
Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Now a throw here to his running back. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Back to throw now on 1st down.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw.
And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Watch QB drop. Mike 4, Mike 4. I smell fear in that offense.
They'll drop to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Ready? Mike 6. Here we go, here we go. Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6. I'm coming, I'm coming. Hey, check that, street. Check 37, check 37.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Mike 6. Mike 6.
They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got 3. We got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
But you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to
Ciao
spread the
Davide,
field,
quando
the ball's
capita
got
a
to
me,
come out quick. And
vedo
you
sempre
know where to
schemi
go with the football really in pre-snap.
con il
Identify where you
fullback
want to go
o
and get rid of it.
il running back per
A
poi
big
passarlo al mio
offensive
TD o al mio
explosion
wide
help
receiver.
leading them to
Comunque tu
victory.
dicevi titoli forti che non sono menzionati nel primo schema.
And hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier.